welcome to day 5 of your challenge. Thought for today, your comfort is your biggest trap and getting out of your comfort zone is your biggest challenge. So we've talked about this every day. What are you going to do on your mat to challenge yourself and then take that feeling off your mat into your rest of your day? I know that it's going to be a big challenge, but it'll pay off for you in the end. All right, we're gonna get started. I have my handy dandy timer, so you know what that means. It's another yoga HIIT day, 4 minutes on, going as hard as you can for 20 seconds, and you'll get that 10-second break. So let's get started in tabletop today. Just a few cat and cows to warm up our core. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, belly drop, shoulders roll back. Exhale, round, tuck and curl. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take just a second to pedal out your feet. Maybe you roll over onto the sides of your feet. Just beginning to warm up. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet together. Roll all the way up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, step back. Remember, your knees are there for you. Our extra challenge today, lift your right foot off the mat, 2 chaturangas. Inhale down, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Left foot comes high, 2 chaturangas. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg, high this time. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2, spin your foot flat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's get started right away. Our first move, I'm going to show you once before we start the timer. You start in down dog, shift forward into plank, forward mountain climbers, back to down dog. All right, let's get started. Here we go. Shift forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, down dog. High plank, 1, 2, 3, 4, back. On your own pace here. Remember, as fast as you can, staying with your breath, and release 10 seconds here. Use this time to breathe. We're going to go back to down dog, starting in 2 and 1. You shift your shoulders directly over your wrists every time. You can always slow down the mountain climbers if you need to. Last one. And release. 10 seconds. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Go ahead and get back into down dog. In 2, 1. Go for it. Now you should have your rhythm, so you can pick up your pace a little bit. Staying with your breath is going to help you go so much further during these. And release. It's going to help to slow down your heart rate. And 2, 1, go for it. Just 10 seconds. Last one. And release. You're already halfway done. First round. And 2, 1, go for it. Push your hips high every time to work into your shoulders and back. Last one here. And release. Heart rate should be up. If your wrists are bothering you, can always make fists. In 2, 1. Just 5 more seconds. And release. You only have 2 rounds left. Are you giving it everything that you have? In 2, 1, go. Just 5. And release. This is it. You've got it. Maybe circle out your wrists. In 3, 2, go for it. Just 10 seconds. Last one. And release. You get a break right here. I'm going to reset the timer and show you the next one. All right. So a squat to a reverse lunge. So squat, lunge, lunge, and then switch legs. Squat, left, right. Take a second to breathe, catch your breath, grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to start in 10 seconds. All right, go for it right here. Everything that you have. Squat, lunge, lunge, or pick it up. Squat, switch jump. So that's why it's important to switch your leading leg. You know what you need. Just 3, 2, 1. Maybe you do the jump every other time, or you challenge yourself with doing it every time. In 2, 1. Sit low. Your knee hovers off the mat as you lunge. Just 5 more seconds. And release, 10 seconds. You're already 2 rounds done. We're going back in 3, 2, 1. Sit low, lunge, lunge. Remember, the lower you sit, the more you're going to feel it in your glutes versus your quads. 2, 1, release. Just 4. Starting in 2, 1. Maybe you just try one jump if you don't have any issues with your knees, of course. And in the next round, you try 2 and release. We're already halfway done. You're already 4 rounds in. 3, 2, 1. And each round, you do another jump. And before you know it, when you come back the next day, you can do even more. You're building that endurance. Just 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake it out. Maybe you hit your legs. Starting in 2, 1. Just 5, 2, 1. All right, just 2 rounds left. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, release. Last round. Come back to the reason we came here today. Remember, getting out of your comfort zone is the hardest thing, the most challenging thing you're ever going to do. Go for it. But that's when you get the reward, the payoff. Just 5. And release. Take your break. While I show you the next move. All right. This is a fun one. We have a couple options. So down dog to fallen star. Your right leg comes high. You shift forward and you open up. Option 1. Just shift forward and back. Option 2, shift forward, out to the side. Option 3, out to the side. Leg stays lifted. All right. Take just a few more seconds to catch your breath. We're going halfway on the right, and then I'll tell you when to switch over to the left. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. If this bothers your wrists, you can always grab a set of weights so that you can hold your hands like this. If you're doing that, don't lift up with the weights. Just turn and keep your hand relaxed on the ground the entire time. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. So if you're doing it with the weights, you would shift forward, bring your leg through, and that's it. Last 3, 2, 1, release. We just have 2 more on this side. So you should be working into your obliques along with your shoulders and your back. Starting in 2, 1, and your entire core is working as you pull your knee in every time. Last 3, 2, 1, release. 1 more on this side. And 2, 1. The objective today is to keep your heart rate lifted the entire time. But if you absolutely need to, you can always pause, catch your breath, and come back. And 2, 1, release. We're gonna switch sides. Left leg comes high. Circle out your wrists. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Make this slow and controlled. Three, 2, and release. Whew, even though this doesn't feel like cardio, I definitely feel my heart rate getting up. In 2, 1. Just 3, 2, 1. All right. You can always rub your wrists. We're starting back in 2, 1. Just 5, 2, 1. All right, this is our last round right here. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Make it your best round yet. Focus on your form rather than speed with these. Last 5, 2, and 1. Release. All right, take your break. Next move, we're gonna alternate. 20 seconds, football runs. 20 seconds, high knees. Ankle knee issues, you can always keep it right here, but you know what your body needs. Take 10 more seconds. Remember, this is our last round and then we cool it down. So challenge yourself right here. All right, 3, 2, 1, go for it. Remember, your heels are lifted. You're sitting low to work into your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, and you're focusing on your breath. You get a break in 3, 2, 1. Release. Relax. High knees coming up in 3, 2. Go for it. Maybe you try to bring your knees up to your hands every time. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhales to release that heat that you're building. Break is coming, and release. We're gonna go back to the football runs in 10 seconds. 2, 1, sit low. Every time you want to give up, come back to what brought you here today. Remind yourself that you can. Mind over matter. In 2, 1. If you tell yourself you've got this, then you do. In 2, 1. You can add your arms for an extra challenge, but the most challenging thing here is to keep your knees high. So focus on that. 3, 2, 1, relax. Maybe you tap your heels from side to side. 2, 1, sit low. We're already more than halfway done. Keep the end in sight, because this is your last round. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. works into your core and your hip flexor. So you're not just getting cardio leg workout. And 2, 1. So the more you pick up your knees, the more you're gonna feel it in your hips and your core. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, release. You just have 2 rounds left, 1 of each. Football runs in 2. Can you sit a little bit lower? Can you go a little bit faster? Last round in 3, 2, 1, release. You just have 20 seconds of work left, and then we're cooling it down. 2, 1. Just 10. Pick it up. Last 3, 2, 1, and release. Tap it out. Find your breath. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to a downward facing dog. We're gonna flow through our sun B one more time. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga, or you can step straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Come down. Figure 4. Sweep your feet all the way through. Across your right ankle, over your left knee. Flex your feet. Thread your arms through to grab behind your hamstring, or if you're pretty flexible, you can grab your shin. Awesome work today. Come back to your thought of the day. Switch out your legs, left over right. Take any variation you took on the other side. Staying in your comfort zone is your biggest trap. Getting out of it is your biggest challenge. So take a moment while you're stretching to decide what you're going to do today to challenge yourself outside of your mat. Release your feet. Circle out your wrists. Massage your wrists up and down. Almost kind of like an Indian burn, but obviously not that tight. We don't want to actually injure ourselves, but that twisting motion of back and forth, switch sides. Bring your heels towards your glutes. You should be able to touch with your fingertips. Lift your hips off of the mat. You can interlace your hands underneath you to get a shoulder stretch as well. Release your hands, release your glutes down. Cross your right arm over your body. Take one more breath and we're going to switch it out. Your heart rate should be starting to come down. Hug it in, but maybe you take an extra few minutes in Shavasana today to completely let your heart rate come back to normal while you clear your mind. Inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. I will see you tomorrow for day 6. We're going to work on upper body. Namaste.